Many of the biotech companies now really rely on one or two molecules, so it's really their future. So any delay can significantly impact their clinical timeline, also the regulatory plans.
In addition to this, I think a lot of our clients are looking for a pharma-minded CDMO. And so a CDMO that takes ownership of the asset that they have worked diligently to create, whether at a development stage or clinical or commercial, they really appreciate CDMOs with the pharma and the ownership mindset.
近年グローバルのクライアントが CDMO を選択する際にパートナーとしてどれぐらい信頼できるかに移ってきていると思っています。
Because of the current landscape and the geopolitical, many of our clients are now faced with revisiting their supply chain strategy because of the geopolitical situation that we see in the landscape.
The company also has to understand what potential risk tariffs play on incoming material and also exporting material.
In that regard, LOTTE Biologics is actually very well situated because we have our BMS site that we acquired that's situated in Syracuse, and we also have our 15K large scale in Songdo, South Korea.
Our dual site model across Syracuse site in the US, Songdo in Korea actually can give supply chain flexibility for our clients.
And so we have incorporated a one quality, one project management, one MSAT system between the Songdo site as well as Syracuse site so that the clients will be able to seamlessly enjoy both sites and the benefits therein at the 5K in the US as well as 15K.
Because both sites operate under unified quality system and also operational framework. So in terms of the process, it goes as fast as 3 to 4 months for site-to-site tech transfer. We can also plan for concurrent transfer as well when strategically plan for fast-track approval or long-term supply needs.
The ability to scale up is absolutely critical because that adds the flexibility for the clients to forecast how much material and at what cost that they need to prepare for.
But as production volume changes, there's always going to be process complexity and the product quality control that we have to carefully manage. So CDMO's ability to manage, predict, and control those risks really directly impact the overall timeline and the success of the programs.
So what we see is many of the clients that are faced with phase 3 and commercialization, they actually prefer to launch at the 5K and then have the option to transfer to the 15K once they're more solid in their supply-demand picture, so to speak.
초기에 개발, 기술 이전, 생산에 걸친 프로세스 상에 있어서 조그만 단절이 발생을 하게 되면 큰 해석의 오류로 증폭될 수 있게 됩니다. 본 생산에 들어가기에 앞서서 실험실 단위에서 저희가 시뮬레이션이나 모델링을 하는 과정을 갖추고 있습니다.
Leveraging our PD lab to do a verification run and a scale down model qualification as well at the 2-liter or the 10-liter. We also have our Amber 250 that allows us to robustly prepare for the scale up from a smaller scale to our 5,000 liter.
So in the past, there has been chemical drugs, synthetic drugs, and then we have eventually went into the immunology for developing antibodies. So the new modality, or shall I say the modality which has been here for a while, have been seriously getting a lot more attention, which is ADCs, and also various other conjugated drugs. So as you know, antibody drug conjugate, just the name suggests, it's about conjugating the payloads onto the antibodies. So imagine having that old external partners working together on a same project. What allows that to happen is a lot of handoff process, and the process becomes very fragile as well.
One of the attractive points for LOTTE Biologics at Syracuse site is that at one site we could do the conjugation as well as the drug substance intermediate manufacturing. We don't have a lot of that in the United States, especially considering the scale at the 5,000 liter for the drug substance intermediate, but also up to 1,000 liter in the conjugation. So we see that many of the clients are quite interested because of that scale that is able to meet the needs of the US market. In addition, while we don't have our direct DP capability, we do work with a qualified complementary partner for the DP production for the high potent material that is ADC.
We are able to take 3 different timelines and integrate them into one timeline, highlighting any types of constraints within that timeline quickly without the client having to search out the 3 different CDMOs, coordinate with them, and work on them.
The LOTTE Group is actually one of the top 5 conglomerates in South Korea and Japan, and they're already in high capital as well as heavily regulated industries such as construction, chemicals, F&B, and hospitality.
ロッテバイオロジクスはロッテグループの一環としてロッテグループ日本で長年事業を経験したことによりその積み重ねが当社と私たちのサービス精神や対応にも反映していると思っております。
From a leadership perspective, they have decided that the biologics CDMO is the next growth engine for the entire conglomerate, and they have decided to go into the pure CDMO model. And they have already shown this through commitment with the capital investment in the acquisition of the BMS Syracuse site, as well as the ADC expansion, and of course, in South Korea's Hongdae for the 15K plant.
LOTTE Biologics is new to the CDMO market. However, the Syracuse site has been around for many years and has a history of producing successful commercial batches. It has a history of successfully performing launches for new biological entities, and we will use that experience to move forward and improve our position within the CDMO market.
When they hear LOTTE Biologics, I want them to remember us more than a service provider, but as a partner that they can work together throughout their drug development journey.
So we want to be known as a partner to promote our clients' program and also grow the value of their pipeline.
And so we take it with a heavy heart, we take it with a strong ownership because we understand that the success of the client company hinges upon how well we manage this and ultimately how the product will impact the lives of the patients.
So together with our clients, I believe we can pursue possibilities beyond limit.